Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And we're moving on to The Doctor's Daughter. That's right, it's time to meet the girl from the machine, the daughter of the Doctor, none other than Jenny. The Doctor, Martha and Donna find themselves crash landing on a planet that is currently at war. The Doctor finds his hand being jammed into a medical machine, which then takes and extrapolates a bit of his DNA to grow a cell out of him and born Jenny. Now, Jenny is of course played by the lovely and fabulous Georgia Tennant, who at this time isn't married to David Tennant, but the pair really become close during this, and it leads them into a beautiful relationship. Now, David and Georgia find themselves in this story at odds with one another, mainly due to the fact that Jenny is a rebellious character. She doesn't play by the rules of the Doctor, she plays by the rules of a soldier. She was born in a machine to become a soldier, and that is all she has ever known. Donna, Jenny, and the Doctor find themselves racing across time to try and stop the Hat. But most importantly, to look for something that both soldiers call the Source. The Source is supposed to be an energy, a power source that is supposed to bring a new dawn to the planet. Martha gets trapped on the other side of rubble and finds herself becoming a prisoner of the Hath, well, only for a certain period of time. She then finds herself racing over the top of the swamp, bog, wasteland to try and look for the Doctor and Donna. However, she finds herself patching up a Hath and then ends up losing him in the swamp bog as he saves her life. Now, the Hath, to describe them, are fish head life forms with a beautiful purple skull. Donna then begins to point out that all of the buildings in the vicinity seem to have numbers going up and up and up. Donna then assumes that maybe this is the date for each time that the building has been built and how many times the building has been effectively repaired. But later on, Donna soon realizes exactly what it means. It turns out that the war has not been going on for years, but instead days. Donna soon realizes that the war must have broken out between the Hath and the humans very quickly. Jenny begins to feel heartbroken at this, realizing that maybe the soldiers aren't as forthcoming as they have appeared to be. Turns out that they have not only lied to her, but all the human borns from the machine. They have made it seem like they're fighting a war with the Hath for years, when actually they've only been fighting for a matter of days. It's not quite clear what caused the outbreak, but quite clearly they're both after the Source. The Doctor, Jenny, Martha, and Donna manage to get to the Source just in time. However, when Jenny begins to try and fight back against the soldiers, she finds herself being gunned down. After the death of Jenny, the Doctor becomes the Time Lord victorious against everyone and begins to make a beautiful speech about the man who never would. He then asks the people of this new society to live with those morals for the rest of their life, to remind themselves of exactly why they don't need to take another person's life, especially when the Source isn't what they think. They've always thought that the Source was a power weapon to destroy one another, when actually it was a kind of chemical of gases to allow the planet to go back to the way it should be, to grow, to become beautiful, and for them to stop hiding in the sewers of their own downpour. The Doctor tries to wake Jenny up, but feels like it's powerless, especially after the fact that she doesn't seem to regenerate. The Doctor, Martha, and Donna leave in the hopes that maybe they will look after Jenny's body. However, it turns out that during this time, Jenny wakes up in another room when the Doctor and Nat have left, and decides to go off on a little bit of an adventure of her own. something to do with the sun, and a little bit of energy manages to bring her back to life. The Doctor then drops Martha back off on Earth and basically asks if she wants to continue travelling with the pair of them. But Martha points out that after what happened before and what the Doctor knows, it's quite clear that's not going to be the case. The Doctor and Donna then go off for another adventure in time and space. Also, the thing I think I should point out is that Georgia Tennant is the daughter of another Doctor, Peter Davidson. So what would I give the Doctor's daughter out of 10? It's a very solid story. I really like how Georgia gave that performance, and I always feel like to this day it has been a crime that she's not been back on TV. I'm just saying. But I really do. I love that Big Finish has given her a backstory and so much more, but I really feel like we're missing out at the moment by not getting to see more of her adventures. I definitely feel like she could return with other Doctors in other times, but I'm really glad to see that she kind of became that spin-off that we didn't know we needed. I also feel like the strongest part of this episode is just the dynamic between the group. Jenny, the Doctor, Martha and Donna, all of it is absolutely pure, beautiful chaos. And the way that it's all summed up with this beautiful, dark but tragic speech about not doing what the Colonel did is just so profound and so brilliant, and that is why I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next Doctor Who review. Until then, goodbye, stay beautiful, you beautiful people.